Hello students, welcome to JCE Connect Engineering Geology 18CV36. In today's class, we will discuss what are the applications of geology in the civil engineering practices, or you can say what is the importance of geology in civil engineering. So first point here we'll discuss about the brief history of engineering geology. So the foundation of engineering geology was made by Mr. William Smith. So William Smith, he was basically a civil engineer, and later he diverted out of the interest in geology, and he was regarded as the father of engineering geology. So he was the first person to introduce the term engineering geology. So he was regarded as the father of engineering geology. So engineering geology, it deals with the proper assessment and the suitable solutions to the geological problems which are encountered during any stage of the construction, starting from the planning, designing and till the maintenance of any civil engineering structure. So geology will help you in all these stages of construction. So it plays a very important role in civil engineering. Then engineering geology is a multidisciplinary subject which is calling for better understanding of the problems of engineering. So I have told you different branches of geology, right? So all these branches, if you see, they are all interdependent or interdisciplinary subject. So engineering geology is also a multidisciplinary subject which is calling for better understanding of the problems which we are facing during the engineering practices. Then site selection, design and construction of any public works such as roads, buildings, bridges, or you can take example of dam, reservoir, tunnel or even harbors which are constructed on the seashore. So these are influenced by the local geological conditions. So all these, where to construct, how to construct, all these are mainly dependent on the geological consideration of that particular site. So with the adequate knowledge of the engineering geology, it is essential for a civil engineer while dealing with geoengineering problems. So you must have the knowledge of geology whenever you want to construct any type of structure. So engineering geology is the branch of earth science or geology which studies the geological conditions of the construction and utilization of the engineering structure. So whatever construct you are site you are or whatever structure you are constructing, how better you can utilize that particular site, that is given, idea is given by the knowledge of geology. So the main practical purpose of engineering geology is what? Is to provide solutions for safe designing construction of civil engineering structures. So the main purpose of studying this subject is what? You have to provide a proper solution. You have to provide a proper solution for designing and constructing a safe structure, safe engineering structure. So the subject is very important. Then we'll see the applications in detail. Okay, so first point here I would like to discuss about the why the geology is important is geology provides a systematic knowledge of construction materials, its occurrence, its composition, durability, and other properties. Like here, for example, building stones, road metals which are used for construction of roads, then clay and limestone, laterite, these all are the materials which we extract from the mother earth and we use them for our construction activities. So if you know well in advance how they are formed, what is their character, they are made up of what minerals, then what is their strength, all these properties if you know well in advance, then you can decide which rock you can use where for what purpose. So geology, it provides a systematic knowledge of construction materials, its occurrence, its composition, its durability, and other properties of the materials which you are using for the construction purpose. So that is the first point. Then so, the knowledge of geological work of natural agencies such as water, ice, or wind, or even an earthquake, that will help in planning and carrying out major civil engineering works. So, here the knowledge of work of natural agencies, like I had shown you in photos, like how the wind action or water, it will erode the rocks which are coming on its path, right? So you can you have seen the formation of natural arc like structures. Then because of the weathering and erosion, the holes are formed, okay, potholes, or uh, uh, different structures are formed like deltas, right? Then when there are earthquake prone zones, what type of structure you must construct. So all these knowledge of all these natural agencies, like it may be a coastal area or it may be a desert where wind plays a very important role, okay. So all these areas, okay, you cannot construct all the structures same everywhere, right? So it depends upon what type of agent is active in that particular area, what is the geology of that particular area. So based on that, the work of natural agencies like water, then glaciers, which are nothing but the river of ice, you can say in simple terms, right? So wind and earthquake, they help in planning and carrying out major civil engineering work. So these knowledge if you have well in advance, you can plan it in a better way, whatever structure you want to construct. It may be a dam, tunnel, or a bridge, or any building. So it will give you a better idea for planning. Then as we all know, groundwater is the water which occurs in the underground, okay, or it occurs in the subsurface rock. Subsurface means below the surface, right? So we call it as groundwater, or it is also called as underground water, right, or subsurface water, because it occurs below the ground. So the knowledge about this water is also very very important. So the knowledge about its quantity, quality, and depth of occurrence, at what depth it is present, that is required in connection with the different water supply, irrigation, and excavation, and many other civil engineering works. So you must have the knowledge about the groundwater also, and that knowledge will be given by the different geological methods. Like we have different methods like electric resistivity method, seismic method. So what these method will give you an idea is at what depth water is present, in which area water is present, right? So all these knowledge will be given by the geology. So you must have the proper knowledge of geology if you want to know about the groundwater also, right? So groundwater is needed for different engineering projects like water supply, right? Water supply system you want to design. Then we need water for irrigation purpose, excavation purpose, right? And many other civil engineering works we need water. We are dependent on water, right? So you must have the knowledge of groundwater which is available below the ground. Then the foundation problems of dam, bridges and buildings, they are directly concerned with the geology of the area where they are built. So starting from site selection of a dam or a bridge or a building, right? You must know what is the geology of that particular area, where it should be constructed. Big structures like dam and bridges, like you must know proper site selection, because it plays a very very important role. Suppose you have a you are constructing a dam, then you must select a site in such a way that it should be a narrow valley. There should be a narrow valley, because if the valley is very narrower, then your construction cost will be reduced, right? You can construct a smaller dam, right? And you must know the rocks which are surrounded in the catchment area, right? Because the why we construct dam is we construct the dam for storing the water in the reservoir. So if the water which is flowing over a long distance and coming into your dam area, dam site, and in the catchment area, that is the surrounding area over which the water is flowing and coming to your dam, and it is getting accumulated in the reservoir. Suppose if those rocks are not strong, if they are weak, then what happens? Because of the force of water, then chemical reaction with the water, rock may dissolve, rock may undergo weathering and erosion, and what will happen is all the rocks get dissolved and they accumulate into the dam. Because when we construct dam, we stop the water flow from flowing on the downstream side, right? So what happens here is when the water is stopped, okay, its speed decreases, its velocity decreases, right? The flowing water, it suddenly stops, right? So what happens when the velocity decreases? Whatever material the river is carrying along with it, the rocks, the soil, whatever material it is carrying, it will deposit into the reservoir area. So what happens over a period of time, all these materials, we call it as a silt, that gets accumulated into the reservoir. Then what is the purpose of construction of reservoir? Is to store water. But here what is happening? Instead of water, all the silt is getting accumulated, right? So we must study the surrounding area also along with the dam site. So the site selection plays a very very important role in selecting a site for dam. Similarly, bridges, your foundation or abutment rocks, the foundation of the dam should be very strong, right? Foundation of the bridge also should be very strong, because foundation is a base, right? So if that base is only not strong, then what will happen? As you have seen in the Tower of Pisa, right? Leaning Tower of Pisa, it is tilted. Why it is tilted? Because its foundation is not strong. It is constructed in the loose sediment, so it has tilted. And suppose you can imagine, if the dam gets tilted, right, there are chances of collapse of the dam and flood may occur, right? So it is a very huge structure and many lives are dependent on these big structures. So you must take care of all these things before you go for construction of any type of structures. So dams, bridges, buildings, it may be any structure, you must know, or you must have, you must solve the foundation problem, right? And how you will come to know the foundation is in the ground, right? So you must know what is the ground condition there, what type of soil is present, whether it is black cotton soil, red soil, loamy soil, sandy soil. So all these type of soil, they behave differently, okay? And because of this, you should know what type of foundation should be used in what type of area. So here the foundation problems of any structure, okay, that are directly concerned with the geology of the area and where they are to be built. The next point here is the geology helps greatly in interpreting the drilling data which is necessary, okay. So here geology plays a great or it will help greatly in interpreting the drilling data. Drilling data is nothing but whenever you go for any type of construction like dam and all, first we study the ground, right? How that ground is studied is till what depth, what type of rock is present, you must know, because on the surface there might be different rock, and as you go down, okay, you may come across a different type of rock. So you must know what at what depth what type of rock is present, whether it is hard rock, competent rock, or it is a weak or incompetent rock. So all these knowledge is given by the drilling core samples. Like we drill the holes, okay, we take out the core samples of the rock, okay, like pipe. You might have seen whenever there is a borewell drilling is going on, okay, you might have seen the core samples will come out, okay. So it is like a pipe, it is like a rod, okay. So that log if you study, okay, it will give you the knowledge about what is there below the ground. Then in tunneling what happens, or in tunneling or constructing roads, canals, docks, and in determining the stability of cuts and slopes, the knowledge about the nature and structure of the rocks is very, very necessary. So when you take any type of construction like tunnel or road or canals, okay, or docks, so all these structures, you must know the stability of the cuts and slopes. The knowledge about the nature and the structure of the rock is very, very important here, because a tunnel is what? It is an underground passage, right? Underground passage is what? Without disturbing the top, okay, suppose you are constructing a tunnel in a hilly area, then without disturbing that hill, top of that hill, we go for a underground path, okay, without disturbing the top. So we construct a road, okay, or there are different types of tunnels based on the purpose, okay. So it has underground structure. So whenever you construct such type of structures, you come across different types of rocks, okay. So because in an area you may find different types of rocks. Some rocks may be, if it is a sedimentary rock, the bedding planes, they play a very important role. The nature, the alignment of those rocks, how they are dipping, what is their dip and strike, all these play a very, very important role whenever you go for construction of tunnel. So in upcoming classes, when you are familiar with all the terms, we will discuss in detail different cases where to construct the dam, where to construct a tunnel, okay, which type of rocks, in which type of rock, what alignment of the rock, and how your tunnel alignment should be or a dam alignment should be. So all these we will discuss in detail in the upcoming classes. So what you have, then construction road, while constructing road also you must you must know the knowledge about the surrounding area, like especially when you construct the roads in hilly areas, right? It is very difficult to construct the roads in hilly areas, because it is a hill, the rocks are sloping and they are continuously undergoing weathering, right? So there are cases of landslides, there are chances of rock fall, right? Especially in rainy season, many of the roads get blocked in hilly areas, right, in ghat sections. So why? Because these rocks are continuously undergoing weathering, and you must select a proper site wherein the rocks are very strong, okay, they are not easily undergoing weathering, okay, because later on you have to face such type of problems like landslides or rock fall, they may occur. So you must select a proper site when you construct the roads, okay, roads, tunnels, highways, canals, okay. There should not be any leakage, okay, from underground, from the top, okay. So you must take care, okay, while constructing or any type of structure. So here geology will help you in understanding how to construct the structure. Then, before starting a major engineering project at a place, a detailed geological report, which is accomplished by the geological maps, its cross sections, that is prepared, and such a report will help in planning and constructing the project. So, whenever you start any engineering project, it may be a railway alignment or a road alignment or a dam, anything, you must concern a geologist, right? So they will give you a report, and you must, as a civil engineer, you must be able to read what is written in that, right? Because you must be familiar with the words which are written there, because suppose for example, if the geologist has given the report that the area is faulted, it is not suitable for construction of dam, okay, then you must know what is a fault, right? Or he may say that the area is consisting of limestone rock, which is not suitable because it will undergo weathering, it will form caves. So all these type of words you must be familiar, you must know what is limestone, what is that, how it reacts with water, all these terms if you know, then only you can read the report properly, right? So they will give you with the maps also, cross sections, at what location the rocks are inclined, at what location, at what depth, what is the height of the rock, all these, what type of soil, what type of rock, suppose granite is written, sandstone is written, you must know what type of rock it is, what properties it will have, okay. So you must be able to read the report, so that will help in planning and constructing your project. Then the stability of all the civil engineering structures is considerably increased if the geological features like faults, joints, bedding planes, foldings, unconformity, solution channels, these are the different structures which are very very important in geology. So in the rock or in the rock beds, they are properly located and suitably treated. If you know exactly the location of all these structures, they play a very 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 important role in construction of any type of structure, okay. In detail we have a unit, separate module for this structural geology, that is what is folds, faults, joints. I have shown you photos also, right, in the previous class. So these structure, they play a very very important role, so that will help you for proper location and suitability of the rock, Okay, so if you treat those rocks, whether they are suitable for treatment, or you must change the site, all these are based on the geological conditions of that particular area. Then, in the study of soil mechanics, it is necessary to know how the soil materials are formed in nature. So, what is the soil? Soil is the ultimate end product of weathering. So, weathering of the rock will result into formation of the soil. So you must know, to form a small 1 centimeter thick layer of soil, it takes thousands of years. Okay, it will take thousands of years to form hardly a 1 centimeter thick layer of soil. So you must know, you can imagine how slow the process is, right? And when you study the soil mechanics, like in geotechnical engineering, it is very much necessary to know what are the soil materials, how it is formed in nature. You might have seen different types of soils, like black cotton soil, red soil. So why it occurs in that particular area? Wherever there is a rock, black cotton soil, you must observe that the rocks also are black, that is rich in black minerals like basalt. Okay, basalt, when it undergoes weathering, so if you go to Maharashtra and all, you will find more black cotton soil, because it is full of basalts. Okay, and if you go to other areas, like very near to us is Khanapur, right, you will get red soil, because it is granitic rocks are present, so that will lead into formation of clay soil, right, especially in Desur and all. It is famous for brick making industries. Why? Because the soil which we need for making brick or manufacturing of bricks, that is available in that particular area. Then why it is available in that particular area and all, you will come to know if you have the knowledge of geology. So then the last point is, in cost, the cost of any engineering works will be considerably reduced. Okay, if the geological survey of the area concerned is done well in advance or beforehand. So if you have done the geological survey of any particular area where you want to go for construction activity, then that will help you in taking proper precautionary measures. So it will the engineering works will be considerably reduced if a proper geological survey of that particular area where you want to construct is done well in advance, beforehand. So this is how the geology plays a very, very important role in civil engineering practices. So the question may be asked, very important question, you will find it in almost all question papers: what is the role of geology in civil engineering, or what are the applications of geology in civil engineering, or they may ask you like applications of earth science in civil engineering. So all means the same. This question is very, very important from exam point of view, so prepare it well. Okay, starting from the foundation, its planning, its designing, starting from site selection, then foundation designing, okay, planning, all these stages of during construction and till the maintenance of the building. At every stage geology plays an important role, and that is very, very important. Thank you.